What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Santa really came through for us with a new all-time high for Matic. Today's Boxing Day, super exciting. One of my favorite days of the year. Do some of that shopping on Amazon. Lock in some of those deals. All right, guys, so we're sitting at 286. We're up 12.25% on the day. This is going to be a longer video. We're going to cover a lot of things. So if you'd like to, you can put the video on 1.52x speed. Just click the three little dots and you can speed it up if you like to. So, wow, guys, we're sitting at a market cap of 20.14 billion. 24-hour volume, 3.08 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to Crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest crypto-going app. Incredible partnership with Matt Damon. They just officially got the naming rights to the Staples Center. It is now officially Crypto.com Arena. Absolutely incredible. They have their Visa card where you can get cash back in crypto, free Netflix, free Spotify, travel incentives depending on the level of card that you have. $25 in crypto just for signing up through my referral. So let's get straight into Matic. Just a quick sip of my little bone broth here. Highly recommend drinking bone broth, chicken, beef bone broth. It's full of collagen, so you can stay forever young. All right, guys. Man, I'm so corny. Okay, guys. So we can see here, we almost came down to that entry as I talked about yesterday. I had put an entry at 240. And I told you guys yesterday, when you do get some signs here, hold on, let me pull up the RSI. I usually have this prepared, but I was just updating all of my DCA charts within the Discord. So I had taken away my indicators here. All right, guys. So 240, and the reason I'm going to pop back over to the 1 hour chart while Jax get it together. The reason I market ordered into it is because we were trending close to oversold once again, as I had mentioned yesterday, and we had multiple bounces off that level, and the money flow had come back down to the oversold section. So I did market buy into it, and it turned out to be the right choice as we just absolutely exploded. So if you were able to market order in, that's why I always put buy zone. So if you want to, you can market order in if you're very close to hitting that price point. So if you were able to get in, no worries. If you weren't able to, that was a juicy trade of, wow, guys, 17%. I have closed 25%. If I notice we keep hitting resistance, I'll probably close 25% more. Now, our first entry was here at 206. So if you still have money left in this trade, you're currently up a whopping, wow, guys, 37% on that entry from 206. So I'm going to take out this one because this is no longer a buy zone. Of course, you can keep it in if you'd like to use it as a buy zone, but I have updated my buy zones here. I've moved our first buy zone up to 252, and then the next one here at 226, 206, which was our original entry, 175. Now, if we do come down and we hit 252 exactly, that's when I'll take this entry out and I'll put entry here. But since we didn't quite make it down to 240, we came down to 242. I'm sure many of you, you're busy celebrating Christmas, as you should be. You didn't get picked up on that entry, but that's a-okay. If you still had money left over, you're still crushing it on this trade. So Matic has set a new all-time high, which is extremely exciting. You can see here our previous all-time high. Sorry, my computer is just absolute shit. Trading View sometimes gives me some serious lag. Sorry guys, I have to scroll back. Let me pop it over to the 4 hour chart. Okay, here we go. So our previous all-time high was coming in at about 274. This is on Binance here. And currently we're sitting at 283. So we've just set a new all-time high, which is incredibly exciting and what many of us have been waiting for here with Matic. So something to keep a close eye on. My apologies, guys. The leg is really, really rough today. 290, this take profit zone definitely could act as resistance. If we use our Fibonacci here, you can see we're trending into overbought once again, as well as the money flows of the top section. And as we saw with our last time we were overbought, we saw a little bit of a move back down. This is what you call consolidation. And then you see a small move and then you just explode once again. And as it's consolidating, the RSI comes back down. But in many cases, you come up, you hit that top section, you see a move back down right here as well, move back down right here, move back down. All right, guys, so do expect to see some consolidation or a move back down. If we do just continue to explode here, our next take profit zone is here at 334. So I'm going to just close the money flow. And what we're going to do, you take your Fibonacci here, previous swing high down to your swing low. Ooh, right there. And you can see my take profit zones line up with these fib levels. The 1.272 is coming in right at that 290 mark. And your impulsive wave target is the 1.618, which is coming in at 334. All right, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are making bank and absolutely crushing it. Just remember, guys, it's not financial advice. It's always just for reference. I am not your financial advisor. I am just a young guy from Canada who loves crypto. All right, guys, so we met the target from our inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, ba-boom. Met that target, so that was a juicy trade as well. And we've created a higher high, but we are creating a lower high on the 4-hour RSI. So do keep a close eye on that. If we continue to explode here, we can invalidate it. But as of right now, we do have a bearish divergence. If we pop over to the daily, guys, we're making it up towards the top of our trend line from our channel here. So I'm going to drop that in, which is coming in at about, I'm going to move that up just a bit. Coming in at about 293. You can see here we came up to the top channel. We got rejected, came down to the level of support. Let me pull this out real quick. You can see right here as well, we came up to the top of the channel, we got rejected, we came down, found support. So do keep a close eye on that. If we get rejected, we could come all the way back down. We could see a possible retracement that would probably bring us down to about right here, to about 221. But if we break this level of resistance, then we're breaking out of the pattern, right? We backtest it as support, then we can see continuation all the way up to about 405, which is the 1.272. So Matic's looking wonderful, guys. Really, really strong. There's a lot of bullish momentum, which we absolutely love to see. So let's pop over to ETH. Just a quick little sip of my bone broth here. Absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious, can be picked up at your local health store. All right, guys, so we had our bull pennant or our bull flag pattern here, and we're just kind of extending it. We're just still consolidating for Ethereum. We can actually pull this out a little bit here. Still considered a bull flag in my opinion. So if we do break out of this pattern, we have to adjust it a little bit. It can bring us up to 4282. We have broken out of this falling wedge, and we are still kind of holding this trend line here. We're just trading within this channel, which I'll pop open for you guys. But our target from our falling wedge is here at 4784. However, guys, you can see right here, we've created a higher high on the price action, lower high on the RSI, which is a bearish divergence and can signify the bulls are losing strength, guys. But we can invalidate it if we come up and we break that level of resistance, but can be an early signal of a move back down, guys. So do keep an eye on that as well. So here we are. We're still holding the support of this previous resistance of our head and shoulders pattern, which is bullish, guys. We need to hold that level of support, because if we break below it, that's when we come back down to these levels of support here. You can see with Ethereum, we're just trending in this upward channel right now. So if we lose the level of support of this trend line, which is coming in, let me give it a little price target, coming in about 4044, that's when you can come down to the bottom of the channel where the channel started. And let's see if that lines up with some support and resistance. You can see right here, resistance in that area as well, and looks like maybe a little bit of resistance. Oh wow, actually a lot of support in that area as well. See all the support in that area? So do keep an eye on that, guys. If we do break down, I would target about 3642. Let me drop it in for ETH, about 3642. But if we bounce, we come up, we break this channel, that's when we can see the continuation to the upside. So we're going to look at the Bitcoin dominance, guys. So when the Bitcoin dominance is falling, that means money is flowing out of Bitcoin and it's pouring into the altcoins, which creates a large pump. As you can see, we're seeing some sell-off with Bitcoin right now, and many of the alts are pumping. That's because the money is pouring into the altcoins, giving us a little bit of an alt season here. As I've been mentioning with the Bitcoin dominance, months ago, I said we're either going to come up to this neckline from this double bottom and get rejected, or get rejected by the 200 EMA on the daily. That's what I thought was most likely, and that's exactly what's happened. We've come up, we've got rejected, and the Bitcoin dominance is falling, and that's why we're seeing a nice pump in many of the altcoins, as well as, of course, Bitcoin broke out. But right now, Bitcoin is slowly selling off, and many of the alts are pumping. Many of the metaverse, as well as Solana, seeing a nice little push. Of course, some of the alts are still coming down with Bitcoin, but the fact that the Bitcoin dominance is falling is bullish for the altcoins. But we do have to watch this level of support. We could definitely see a bounce once again from this level, as we did here, bounce, bounce. We also have a possible double bottom. You can see here we've come down, we create a bottom, second bottom. So if we do bounce and break this neckline, then that means more money is flowing into Bitcoin and not as much with the alts. We can still see a nice move with altcoins, but if most of the money flows into Bitcoin, then the alts just don't pump as hard. Of course, you have the exception, like the metaverse projects, and some coins will still pump. But the more the Bitcoin dominance pumps to the upside, it just means more money in the overall market is flowing into Bitcoin and not as much as flowing into the alts. So do keep an eye on this double bottom. It would be really, really bullish for the altcoins if we lose this level of support and the Bitcoin dominance continues to fall. Then you're going to see a nice push for the alts. All right, guys, if we look at the Bitcoin longs, we're still seeing that beautiful increase, but we do have to keep an eye on this bearish divergence. But we are still seeing a nice increase in long positions for Bitcoin. You can see we saw a nice pump in the longs, and that's when Bitcoin was starting to sell off right here. We saw a nice pump in long positions. So Bitcoin's kind of holding on to a thread right now. We're just holding the resistance of our falling wedge pattern, and we're in between the EMAs on the 4-hour. If we pop over to the daily time frame, we're just holding the support of the 20 EMA. It's absolutely crucial if we're going to see continuation. We have a little bit of a bull flag right here. If we are going to see continuation, that we hold the 20 EMA and we break out. And I can measure your bull flag, take it from the bottom of your candle, and you take it to your point of breakout, and it would take you right up to about 53.5K, where we have quite a bit of resistance. We do have to keep an eye on that head and shoulders pattern. Right here's your left shoulder, here's your head, guys. So if we do break out, we come up, we start to roll, that's when we can create that right shoulder, and that would be a massive correction, guys. But we can invalidate it if we continue to break out and head towards the top of our falling wedge, previous all-time high. If we do lose the 20 EMA, we fall back into this pattern. It's a fake out, guys. We come back down to these levels of support for Bitcoin. All right, let's finish off the video for Matic. Our buy zones for our dollar cost average strategy: 252, 226, 206, 170, 151, and $1. And our take profit levels, we're already hitting 290 here, 334 and 411 based off Fibonacci extension levels. Do keep an eye on this bearish divergence. Our bull run targets for Bitcoin, sorry guys, for Matic, the 1.618677, the dream price at the 2 extension at 1181. The 2.272 is coming in at 1767. But as of right now, 677 is my bull run target. But Matic's looking really strong, guys. Maybe we'll head to 1181. If Bitcoin goes to 100, 150K, we're already at almost $3, guys. So things are looking really, really good for Matic. But we are due for some pullback if we do hit the top of this channel. I would expect us to see a little bit of pullback. Of course, we can keep exploding. Of course, that's always a possibility. But we do have to keep a close eye on these divergences. Let's quickly pop open the money flow on the 4-hour, see where we're at. Money flow index. See how we're doing here on the, yeah, so we have a bearish divergence on the money flow as well. So we do have to keep a close eye on those indicators. They are early indications of a pullback, all right, guys, but they can be invalidated, as I've mentioned a million times. If you want early access to our DCA charts, or when I'm not making videos, I don't make videos on all these coins every single day. Phantom, Sol, Sand, Matic, Gala, VeChain. We have a bunch of charts in here for our DCA strategies. The price of a coffee, guys, $350 USD, as well as access to over 1,000 members talking all things crypto, posting their profits. We're also posting chart patterns, all kinds of goodies in here. $350 USD. If you want to trade with me, make sure to sign up to Bybit, up to $4,100 in bonuses for a limited time. Check out crypto.com, and I'll see you in the next video. Much love. Take care.